Hi there, Lisa with Our Week in Homestead. Today is a very important day for our garden. We're going to be seed saving our San Marzano Lungo tomatoes. These plants did awesome last year. They produced a bumper crop of beautiful tomatoes, so we want to save the seeds from these plants and plant them again next year in hopes for an even better crop and healthier plants. So stick around and we'll show you how we do it. One of the most important things to consider when saving seeds is the type of plant that you're going to be seed saving from. You want to use heirloom plants or open pollinated plants, and you want to make sure that the plant that you're choosing the fruit from has been free from disease and resistant to pests, and it grew beautiful fruits. So what we have here is our best San Marzano Lungo tomato plants, and these are the ones that we'll be saving seeds from this year. So now that we found our perfect plants and our best fruit from that plant, we're going to go ahead and cut these open and start pulling out the seeds and the juice of the tomato. And we're just going to put it into a mason jar, cover it up, and let it sit on the counter in a warm spot for about 2 to 3 days. So let's get started. Now that we got the tomatoes cut, we're going to scrape the seeds and the pulp into the jar. So now that we have our seeds in our jar, we got the lid on tight and we give it a good shake. The tomato seeds have a gel that surrounds the seed, and by fermenting them, it'll eat away at that gel, and that's what we want. We want that gel to be gone because then the seed will be able to germinate. And we'll check back on this tomorrow and see how it's looking. Probably we're gonna see some seeds that have fallen to the bottom. Those are the good seeds. The bad seeds will float to the top. So we'll check back in, we'll open the jar a little bit and let the gases out, give it another shake, and see how they look. So it's been 24 hours, and you can see that there's quite a few seeds that have fallen to the bottom. Remember that the good seeds fall to the bottom and the bad seeds float to the top. So we're gonna give it a good shake and let it sit a little bit longer and check it again tomorrow. So here we are, day 2 on our tomato seeds that we are fermenting in the jar. And you can see that just about all the seeds have floated down to the bottom, which is great. That means that they're all good seeds. We only have a few floating on the top. I'm gonna let it sit for 1 more day. So I'll just let out some of the gas from the jar, just crack it open, and then I'll give it a good shake, and we'll check it again tomorrow, and we'll strain them and get them drying. So it's been 3 days, and our tomato seeds have developed a bit of a scum that's over the top of the liquid, and that's good. That's what we want it to do. And all the seeds are sunk down to the bottom, which those are the good seeds. So I think today is the day we're gonna pull them out, run them through a strainer and rinse them real good, and then we'll lay them on a coffee filter to dry out for a few days. So before we run them through the strainer, I'm just going to take a spoon and scrape off some of that scum that's on the top. So we have all of our seeds here on a coffee filter, and we're just going to let them dry out here on the counter, and we'll check back on them in a couple days. Our San Marzano tomato seeds are all finished drying out and ready to be stored. The way we do that is pretty simple. We just put the seeds in an envelope and seal it up, put it away in a drawer until we're ready to use them next season. I will be pulling them out probably in the middle of January to do a germination test. I'll just put a few seeds into a damp paper towel and see if they sprout. And then that way I know that my seeds are going to be good for the coming season. Here are a few more seeds that we're saving. This one here is a cucumber, and the way you save these seeds is similar to the tomato, where you're going to squeeze the seeds out into the jar with the juice and the pulp and ferment it as well. So these have been drying and they're ready to be put into an envelope. And then we have a habanero. Those are real easy to save. You just scrape the seeds. Here I put them into just a paper bowl and have been letting them dry out. And then this last one is the bell peppers, and they're real easy to save as well. Same thing, you'll just scrape the seeds out and lay them onto a coffee filter or a paper plate or bowl and just let them dry out until they're completely dry, and then you can put them in an envelope and save them for next season as well. So our seed saving of the San Marzano tomato seeds was a success, and we ended up with quite a few good seeds for next season. We're excited to get them planted and see how well they do for us. But we'd love to hear from you and what kind of seeds you're saving and what your best practices are and what kind of success you're having in your garden. So be sure and leave us a comment below. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, that's the best way that you could support it and help us to keep moving on. So be sure and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you'll see all of our videos when they first come out. And if you like our videos, be sure and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.